I've heard horror stories about this place for being one of the most overrated, overcrowded and most expensive places in Europe. I made it to Dubrovnik, Croatia. I'm gonna stay here for the next 48 hours, guys, and I'm gonna give you my personal, honest opinion on whether it's still worth visiting this city in 2024. Guys, let's start with a breakfast, with a cappuccino. This is by far the most expensive cappuccino I ever had in my life, for €5. Cheers. How is your granola?
Expensively tasty.
Dubrovnik is one of the most touristic cities in Europe, having just more or less 41,000 of inhabitants and an average of 1.5 million of visitors every year, which means like 36 tourists per habitant. So it's more touristy than Venice, for example, or Barcelona, and I can't see why. It's only May, so it's not like the peak of the touristy season, but the city is already completely overcrowded. Having said that, while the main street is full of tourists from the cruise ships, check this out. This little narrow alleys where actual locals live, as you can see, are hidden gems. Look at this little courtyard. Surprisingly, there are no tourists here. Look, probably locals living here because of the clothes hanging there. Look, it's so peaceful. A very old church. And the weather today is absolutely gorgeous. And in these side streets you can also find very local shops. Look at this one, for example. Someone is living there, probably the owner of this little bar. Let's check it out. Oh, coffee to go, €2. Yeah, good to know. Look, selling species and then having coffee. Look how beautiful is this little shop. Very, very good coffee, almost like in Italy, probably because it's just €2. Anyway, we had a little chat with the shop owner, and she was complaining a lot about the current prices here in the Dubrovnik, which have gone up a lot in the last couple of years. So basically, since Croatia adopted the euro in 2023, so they almost never dine out or go out for lunch or for breakfast. They always cook at home. And also grocery prices, especially fruit and vegetables, are going up a lot. So she was actually really almost desperate about the current prices here in Dubrovnik. I love walking in these narrow streets. As you can see, it's spotless clean. So there are no, rubbish on the floor, nothing whatsoever, no graffiti. So it's clear that the residents or the municipality takes great care of this place. Anyway, it's also a UNESCO heritage site, so maybe that's why it's very well maintained. But yeah, I'm impressed. And here we are on the main square behind me, and the main pedestrian street of the whole town. Well, actually, I mean, the whole town is pedestrians, so there are no cars, and that's the best thing of this city so far. So as you can see, it's 11 AM and it's already like completely full. All the bars, restaurants packed with tourists from the many cruises which are docking here in Dubrovnik. Yeah, probably if I want to see this main street empty without all these tourists, I should wait the evening. Yeah. This place, it's actually stunning. Look at the architecture, and then the church, the old town, the hills overlooking this little square. but look at the amount of people. It's absolutely insane. So it's almost impossible even having like a picture of yourself without having someone else in the background. Full of these little restaurants with outdoor seatings overlooking these very cozy squares. It's all very nice. As soon as you sit down, you have a look at the menu and you realize that you are gonna get scammed. Guys, do you see this little cup without even the cream on top? 7.8 euro. That's unbelievable. In Dubrovnik you pay even to use the restrooms 2 euro. Guys, this city is officially a tourist trap. If you wanna avoid being scammed by all these tourist traps in the old town and avoid paying 2 or 3 euro for a small bottle of water, this is drinkable and it's very, very fresh. First impressions?
It's beautiful. I'm literally in love with it. The only thing is that it's super expensive and it's packed with tourists. So I don't know if you're going to come here in July or August. I'm not sure what you're going to find.
I even got scammed at the ATM. They charged me 5 euro with a Revolut card. You know, normally I pay nothing. I tried like different ATM here and all of them were 5 euro. So I had no choice. Guys, this city is full of very, very tacky souvenir shops, super overpriced food places made for you know, tourists who stay here just a few hours and then leave. It's unbelievable. It's one of the most expensive cities I ever seen in my travels, but in exchange you don't get any good value. Now we are venturing outside the city walls. And once again, restaurants and bars completely packed. Those are the city walls surrounding the old town. Check out this view. Look at the water, so clean. A small little beach, rocky beach. Wow, stunning. Check this out, a random restaurant outside of the old town. A warm starter, 22 euro. Just a sandwich.
No, this is 25 actually.
Oh, 25 actually, 25. A sandwich, 20.5. Total rip-off, guys. Tell me, where in the world you pay 25 euro for a warmer starter and 21 euro for a flipping sandwich with salad? Crazy. We also checked the review online and we're very, very, very bad. So the food is also awful. Due to the outrageous prices, we opted for a very cheap burger of like 4 euro each. But anyway, we are gonna show you some proper fine dining tonight. As you may know, the old city of Dubrovnik is surrounded by the city walls, which are preserved since many centuries. But you know, to go on top of this wall, the entrance ticket is 35 euro. Wow, not bad, eh? These walls were built in the 13th century and then fortified through the centuries until they were finalized in the 17th century. So can you imagine here like soldiers on these towers with a cannon fighting pirates or nasty enemies coming from the sea over the centuries. But thankfully, thanks to these walls, the city itself, the old city, has remained pretty much intact over the centuries, even though there have been you know, earthquakes or bombings and attacks, for example in the Yugoslavian war in 1991 from Serbs and Montenegrin armies. but still, this is one of the most well-preserved old town in the world. Dubrovnik is one of the most touristic and overcrowded cities in Europe, but mainly because of the cruise ships which arrive here every single year, like hundreds of them. I just checked the website of the Dubrovnik port, and just this morning there were like 6 different massive cruise ships arriving here. Normally they arrive at 8 a.m. in the morning and they leave at like 5, 6 in the afternoon. Now it's 6:30, and look guys, the city is almost empty. All the crowds are finally gone. I can celebrate. I have the strong impression, guys, that I will like this city much more in the evening than during the day. In the evening, guys, the vibe of the city completely changed. It's more relaxed, chill out, also like kind of sophisticated. Look how beautiful are these narrow streets without all that horrible crowds of the day. And it's full of restaurants. Most of them are packed. Yeah, so I can say that yeah, Dubrovnik has 2 sides. The dark side during the daytime and the best side in the evening. I'm loving it in the evening. So we are in a Bosniak restaurant called Taj Mahal. I have no idea why, but yeah, we got a dry Bosniak red wine and Chardonnay. Cheers. And then look what's arrived. Wow. 10 sausages inside this dough with some onions and a typical Bosnian sauce. Very filling and actually very good Bosniak dinner, and we finally paid a reasonable price, you know, for Dubrovnik standards. So I definitely like more the nighttime version of this city. A shocking good morning from Dubrovnik, day 2.
I think we're not going to have breakfast today. I've just seen a croissant, 8 euros.
8 flipping euro for a croissant. Plain croissant. Even on those side streets, all the apartments have been taken over by Airbnb. Apartment here as well. Then there is a locker here. Maybe someone local is living here, who knows. Once again, a locker, TripAdvisor, apartment, maybe, yeah, other locals here. There are no locals, shops or local people living here. That's kind of disappointing, because the city looks quite old, but it's just a fake. And probably the best way to enjoy this glorious weather is just walking outside of the old town to this little bar overlooking the sea. You can go down, you don't need to pay anything, and then you can enjoy these rocks. You know, sitting on the rocks, it's quite slippery actually, but yeah, you can enjoy, you know, the view of the bay, the sound of the waves, and that's really, really nice. There are not so many beaches here in Dubrovnik, but look what we found just behind the massive city walls. Hello, Georgiana.
Hello.
A lizard. There is a kind of rocky platform. I bet in summertime a lot of people are chilling out here. And also there are some steps leading into the water. Now nobody is swimming because the water is very, very cold. And we also have some facilities here, a couple of showers, and unbelievable, these are free. So, scam or dream?
Both. I think Dubrovnik is both a scam and a dream. What do you think?
Yeah, same for me. Actually, there are things which we truly hated about this city. First of all, the fact that it's massively overpriced and overcrowded, and also the fact that we couldn't find any, you know, local business, shop or restaurant, so there is no authentic vibe. But on the flip side, the city, I mean, the old town is completely pedestrian, so we haven't seen any like motorbikes or cars in 48 hours. Very, very safe, so we walk at night pretty much all the time without any major issues. But also the fact that after dark, after like 6 p.m, all the crowds coming from the cruise ships are gone, fortunately. So the city is much more, you know, peaceful and enjoyable. And yeah, at night it's absolutely great. Having said that, I mean, I think that one day here is more than enough. The city is very, very small, compact. In like yeah, in 8-9 hours. You can manage to see pretty much everything. But having said that, I mean, it's a very nice stop on your way to other destinations in Croatia or in Europe. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching and see you each other in the next video. Bye. Bye-bye.